Well, hello there. In this video, I'm looking at the Westone Audio MACH 40 in-ear monitors. Let's get it. What's crackin' audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews, and there is a tremendous, massive thunderstorm outside right now. I will try to, hopefully I can fix the audio in post, but if there is a lot of background noise, I do apologize for that. But yeah, the MACH or MACH 40 here, the price is $599. So yeah, it's definitely not a cheap item, but you got to keep in mind that this is a professional in-ear monitor. It is designed for musicians and live performance. Anyway, that's the box, and inside the box, as usual with all the Westone MACH series, you get this lovely pelican case, which is shockproof and waterproof. Now inside of here, you also get a fabric or cloth carry case as well. And you get a carabiner, which is nice. Really, really good case. Very nice quality case. But you also get a very large selection of excellent foam and silicone ear tips, plus a cleaning tool. But yeah, let's get a look at the IEMs going. So the price is $599. Now the driver configuration, we've got 4-driver system, got dual lows or dual bass drivers, one single mid-range driver, and one single high range driver with a 3-way passive crossover. So yeah, 4 drivers, balanced armature, all balanced armature drivers. Again, like the rest of the MACH series, you do get a Lynam Estron Superbax cable, which is technically really impressive. 0.75 ohms resistance. So you get a nice uncolored sound. It's got the excellent T2 connectors, which I absolutely love, and they absolutely shit all over MMCX standard ones. But the cable, although it's technically excellent in terms of performance, it handles terribly. It is a very tangly little bugger, and every time you pull it out of your pocket, if you're like me and you shove it in a pocket, you will spend a few minutes untangling that little bugger. But let's have a look at the IEMs. Now, the same as all the MACH series, from MACH 10 all the way up to MACH 80, the exact same shells, which is a good thing in a sense because they're very comfortable, they're super lightweight, they're durable, and they're very well built. But it's a little bit boring at the same time. But like I said, these are a professional tool. That's why they're, I guess, so utilitarian, designed for musicians and audio professionals. And just look at these lovely jumbo foam ear tips. The only foams I've ever found that fit my very large ear canals. But anyway, let's get on to the IEMs. And once again, I mentioned in my last video, my measurement microphone or my measurement coupler kicked the bucket. So I don't have any measurements here for these ones. But let's get on to it. So in terms of drivability, these are not all that hard to drive, but they do perform better with a better source. So the overall sound signature of the MACH 40 is basically warm and silky smooth. It's incredibly organic, and it's very inoffensive in terms of brightness. It won't please anybody that's looking specifically for a big bass or a sparkling energetic treble. However, for those looking for a very authentic tone and something you can listen to for hours on end without fatigue, you'll definitely love these. And I found the MACH 40 here to sound good with basically all music genres, but it really shines with vocal and acoustic focused music. In addition, I found it perfectly suited to rock music, and especially forgiving on poorly mastered or aggressive rock recordings. Being an all balanced armature IEM, the Mach 40 does not seek to astonish you with a thunderous bass. Rather, the brilliance of the bass lies in the precision and the authenticity of the rendition. Mid-bass notes exhibit a nice satisfying punch, almost like a dynamic driver, but as you would expect if you have heard, an all-BA IEM before, the sub-bass does not sort of shake your skull. It won't rattle your teeth. You get the tone of the sub-bass, but you don't get that physicality that a dynamic driver will deliver. And the bass presence gracefully kind of infuses a nice warmth into the mid-range, and it's devoid of any undue bleeding or bloat. However, that underlying tone, that bass warmth, is there throughout the frequency, throughout the spectrum. The Mach 40's bass performance is really a cornerstone of its sonic signature, and it seamlessly interweaves with the other frequencies, with the mids and the trebles, to craft a really nice cohesive sound. And now for the mid-range, and if you love an organic mid-range, the Mach 40 is tuned just for you. The mids here are rich, they are articulate, they are extremely organic and natural, but there is one caveat. If you're looking for sort of ultimate clarity and brightness and articulation, you won't find that here. What you will find is a very accurate timbre and a very natural tone. Vocals take center stage. They're very engaging, but they are non-fatiguing. They're very smooth. They're kind of silky, but they're nice and intimate. And rock albums with sort of gritty electric guitars that, if you listen to with a bright IEM, you might cringe and find them very harsh. But here, put your worries aside. The Mach 40 has very buttery mids you can enjoy the whole day long. However, it is worth noting that these are not the cleanest or most articulate, like I mentioned. But rest assured, you don't often hear mids that sound this natural and this effortless. And then for the treble, the Mach 40 is, probably the most divisive part will be the treble. It boasts a velvety, smooth character in the highs that faithfully preserves the essence of the original recording. This attribute aligns well with the essence of a reference monitor, which is what these are, designed for accuracy, like I said. So it's authentic and non-fatiguing. However, the treble doesn't carry the most riveting or intricate quality. It's a laid-back style treble, and it delivers it well. Because of the laid-back treble, the overall tonality is slightly darker. It's very velvety, and while the timbre remains true to life and kind of airy, the treble's kind of airy as well, but it's positioned towards the rear of the sound mix. So the bass and the mid-range are more up front, and the treble is sort of relegated to the background. Musicians and audio professionals and anyone sensitive to treble are likely to be drawn to this gentle and ethereal treble presentation. And finally, to the soundstage and the technical performance. Well, the soundstage of the Mach 40 I would describe as moderately intimate. It's a direct consequence of the prominent vocals and the warmer tonal characteristics. Furthermore, that reserved treble, which I mentioned, contributes to a narrower soundstage compared to the expansive effect often that you find in brighter sound profiles, which tend to widen the stage. However, there is a silver lining, and that is the Mach 40 maintains commendable resolution and very good instrument separation. Despite that intimacy, the stage manages to avoid any sense of congestion or stuffiness, and that's because of the resolution and good instrument separation and the speed of the balanced armature drivers. But on a slightly less positive note, that velvety smoothness of the treble has a notable impact on detail retrieval. So these kind of prioritize comfort and an organic sonic signature, but the treble's texture doesn't effectively expose much detail, or especially micro details. And that's really the only drawback, unless you're specifically looking for something with a really zingy, spicy kind of treble. Apart from that, the only real gripe I have with these is the lack of micro details due to the laid back nature of the treble. I'm not going to do a comparison in this video, but if you want to read a comparison with the Westone MACH 60, head over to the full written review. There's a link in the description below. But I'm going to wrap it up by saying that, well, it's Westone Audio. If you've had experience with their products before, you know they are the real deal. I would sometimes wish for some more micro details, but I also have the MACH 60, and they sort of fulfill they tick all the boxes for me. But these are they are significantly cheaper, and they are still awesome. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Parfam Audiophile style. And if you are new to the channel and you want to see more of my content in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below, especially if you've got or tried Westone Audio products, because I'd love to hear what you think. And until next time, I'll see you later.